Welcome back, everyone. In this video, we're going to be revealing this one ugly, dark truth, this dark secret that the government doesn't want you to know about Social Security. Very few people know about it. The majority of the American population is blind to it, and we're going to be telling you exactly what they don't want you to know. So let's dive right into the video, get started. But before we do, as always, make sure you guys do a couple things for me. Number one, give this video a tremendous thumbs up, smash the like button. I would appreciate that. If this video gets to 500 likes, we will do a cash giveaway where we give away $100 to a few of you lucky subscribers. If you haven't already, make sure you are subscribed and have notifications turned on. That will let you know every time we do post a brand new video. We post videos here every week with no exceptions and no excuses. And we'll be doing another cash giveaway once we hit 20,000 subscribers. We're so close, inching there every single solitary day. And you'll have to be subscribed to be entered in that giveaway. So let's get started and dive right in. So it's all too often that positive things, positive events ultimately come with an asterisk. Once you dig into the details, once you thought what was so great may not be as good as it seemed. This is especially true with Social Security when it comes to your benefits. And so there's going to be a big celebration likely by the end of this year into next year with that announcement of the COLA adjustment, but I wouldn't celebrate just yet. This is the ugly secret that most Social Security recipients are not aware of. First of all, not everyone knows exactly how large the next COLA increase will be. It will finally be announced in October of this year and will effectively be paid out starting January of 2023. Whatever the final figure is, it's essentially a slam dunk that the figure will be massive. The increase will be huge because COLAs are established based on the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers, or CPIW, which measures Americans' cost of living. With inflation hitting 40-year highs month after month, the CPIW is rising significantly. The Bureau of Labor Statistics just announced this week the June Consumer Price Index, or CPI, and it is now 9.1%. That is yet another record high, the highest in 40 years. The new data once again beat out the economists and so-called experts' estimates, and it's only proving to get worse and worse every month. So we know inflation continues to be on a meteoric rise, but what about can we project as far as the figures for the next COLA adjustment? Well, the 2022 Trustees Report for Social Security projected that benefits would increase by just 3.8%, but Stephen Goss, who's the chief actuary of the SSA, or Social Security Administration, said that on June 2nd, the estimate could be far too low, adding, quote, "Looking at the CPIW trends we're seeing so far this year, it's likely we'll have a COLA closer to 8% than 3.8. But even the chief actuary's estimates could still be too low. The Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget is now projecting that the COLA adjustment for 2023 could ultimately be as high as 10.8%. If that's the case, the average person receiving Social Security benefits could potentially rake in an extra $2,162 next year. But here's the ugly secret. So the prospects of an increase between 8 and 10.8% is absolutely possible. And even if the COLA adjustment comes in at slightly below that range, it will still be the largest in 4 decades. But here's the problem that most Social Security recipients are just not realizing, and that's the fact that even with those substantial increases that could be record high, the largest in 40 years, it still does not keep up with inflation. In fact, according to a study that was conducted by the Senior Citizens League, seniors have lost over 40% of their buying power over the last 22 years alone. And there have been COLA adjustments in all but 3 of those 22 years, which means nearly 20 years of COLA adjustments. But even then, still, COLA does not keep up with the pace of inflation. Inflation continues to outpace it. And you might be wondering, how on earth could this be when COLA adjustments are based on real CPIW data? How could it be that COLA does not keep up with the rate of inflation if it seems to be based on the true numbers? This is because CPIW excludes cost increases in Medicare premiums and out-of-pocket healthcare spending, things that can hit retirees hard and are on the rise. When the program first implemented automatic annual COLAs back in 1975, the CPIW was the only consumer price index published by the federal government. Now, a research price index called the CPIE specifically targets price increases impacting seniors. And there have been lots of discussions over the years about how we should actually use the CPI-E data to calculate COLA as opposed to using the CPI-W, but no changes have been made despite endless promises from our politicians. But there is actually one winning scenario where seniors may not be out of luck. Here's a possible scenario in which seniors could actually get the upper hand and come out winning. So the next COLA adjustment will be calculated when you compare the average third quarter data for 2022 to the third quarter data for 2021. If there's an increase, which there almost certainly will be, then COLA will be determined by rounding the nearest tenth of 1% for 2023. Let's suppose that Social Security actuaries do their number crunching and come up with a COLA adjustment of 10% for 2023. Seniors would then receive a 10% increase in their checks starting in the year of 2023. But let's suppose that consumer prices end up plunging in the fourth quarter this year. Perhaps the Federal Reserve's record high interest rate hikes will have the desired effect and they will cool down inflation, and we might see a tapering off of the numbers. Maybe COVID-related supply chain issues will be largely resolved by the end of this year. On top of that, a resolution to the Ukraine-Russia conflict could ultimately slash fuel prices. In this hypothetical scenario, which is not necessarily impossible by any stretch, some economists are predicting a cool-off by the end of this year, then seniors will get the benefit of that large COLA adjustment in their payments, but actually see lower prices in goods and services next year. This would hand the elderly, disabled, and people on SSI a huge victory where they might be able to have some breathing room now and be able to provide and put food on their table. Now, this would be a perfect storm. You would have to hope that everything goes as planned and things run smoothly. But as we know, there's always an asterisk, so you do have to watch out and be cautious. But that would be one scenario where seniors could see a lot better outlook. So let's actually hope that prices remain somewhat high now, but then cool off come the fourth quarter for 2023 to set ourselves up for a great new year where you may have now some extra money in your pocket. I know it's hard. Everyone is struggling right now, and we don't want to see this continued inflation. But unfortunately, it's actually the only way where you can get higher benefits but yet pay lower prices. So it would have to work out exactly in that situation. What are your thoughts? What do you think is going to happen? Do you think inflation will continue for the remainder of this year, or could we finally see some reprieve come the end of 2022? What are your thoughts? What do you think should be done? Let us know down below in the comment section. Let us know your thoughts and opinions. Hope this makes sense for you guys. Hope you got value out of it. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you share it with a friend. Get the word out, spread it on social media. Smash the like button. I would appreciate that. So that way we can continue putting out more content for you guys. If you haven't already, of course, make sure you are subscribed and have notifications turned on. And if you want to get some free stocks, all me, all free, use the links down below in the description of this video. Sign up with the brokerage platforms or Robinhood and or Webull. I'll get some free stocks. Some of them value up to thousands of dollars in some cases. So you're going to want to get those free stocks. You get some free stocks. I get some free stocks. It's a win-win scenario. Use the links down below. And if you want to connect me outside of YouTube on social media, I am on Instagram, I am on Facebook. Use those links down below in the description as well. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Take care for now.